at 1-833-295-7283 and we'll do it for you.
Introducing the new Spectrum News app, stories that matter to you, now wherever you are. Download the all-new Spectrum News app, your community connection.
Veterans Day is this week, and we wanted to take some time to reflect on the men and women who have served our country and sacrificed their time and efforts to protect our nation's freedom and the common good. The military community here in Texas is huge. Many of our veterans are heavily involved in helping each other as well as the community where they live, and no one fits this mold better than Bruce White. Bruce is involved in he's the commander of the Buda VFW, the executive director of Centex VSO Alliance, a collaboration of veterans group in Central Texas, and most importantly to me, Bruce, you're an engineer here at Spectrum News, and we value your leadership here in our newsroom and in the building. So thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you.
So Bruce, what would you like to say about the upcoming Spirit of the Veterans Day 2020 in the middle of this ongoing pandemic?
I think this is a unique year. It's been a challenge all year with the COVID-19, and especially with the issues surrounding the election and the controversies. I think it's important for veterans and for non-veterans, all Americans, to remember that our country is founded upon the will of the people, and it doesn't really matter who is the elected person in charge. We, as veterans, swear an oath to the Constitution, and we support the country. Leaders change, the country doesn't, and that's what's most important.
In this day and age, dealing with the pandemic and the elections and everything that's going on, you are heavily involved in veterans' lives. What do you see that we don't see going on with veterans right now?
There's a lot of challenges with the veterans. Things have gotten better in the last 10 years or so, but there's still challenges. Especially when a veteran gets out of the military, to transition back into civilian life is extremely difficult. It's hard for people that's not been in the military to understand that, but the military is different. It's like the show that was on 10 years ago called Band of Brothers. You develop a relationship and a work ethic and a whole lifestyle ethic in the military that's completely different than the civilian world. And coming back to the civilian world from being out of the military is extremely difficult for veterans to do. Add on top of that, many of us were in combat, and we have been exposed to basically things that no one else could even imagine. Not just the sights and the sounds, but the smells and everything else. And because it's difficult to transition back in, you end up with a lot of veterans who just can't hack it. And one of the big things we're trying to do is the 22 project. That refers to an average of 22 veterans a day commit suicide, to help them deal with the trauma that they've been through, that they've witnessed, and to transition back to civilian life, in a way that they're able to be productive members of society again.
Bruce, thank you so much for chatting with me today. Thank you for your service, and all veterans watching. Thank you for everything that you've done, whatever conflict or war you were a part of on behalf of our country. We salute them and we salute you.
Thank you.